Hey, how's it going everyone? This is DCSG81 and yes, who wouldn't be thrilled to be watching that trailer? Oh my god, it is so excited to see that Mortal Kombat has been rebooted and now wow, it just looks very good with all these fight scenes. I just can't wait for the movie to be released. I heard it will be released in this year May, or is it next year? So this trailer actually reminds me that I have not done any review for this Storm Collectible, Scorpion, as well as the Sub-Zero. Okay, so I would like to take this opportunity to do a review for them both, and these two guys are the very first Mortal Kombat figures that was released, I think at least 5, maybe 4 years ago. Yeah, I couldn't remember that well. And after these two, I think they released a few more, like the special editions version, which basically the same figure but with some bloods on it, as well as they released reptiles, which is another very iconic characters. And then it comes out with a few more colors, like the red one and the black one and even the purple ones, and they all end up together like a bunch of Teletubbies. And if I'm not mistaken, these two are from the Mortal Kombat 2, if I'm not wrong, or Mortal Kombat 1 and 2. I'll tell you why later. Then later on, I think they make a few more, like the renewal versions of Mortal Kombat X or something. I'm not so sure because there are so many variants of these two guys that I lost count. Okay, so without further ado, let's get started with the review. Okay, so first of all, of course, there will be no unboxing because as you can see, I have actually removed them quite some time ago and I have thrown the box away. But worry not, I will show you some pictures that I found on the internet. Yep, that you can see right now. That's this is how the box looks like. It's a very big box because this guy here isn't that small as well. And let's move on to the articulations of this guy. This is very interesting part because this guy have really good articulations, and I'll start with either one of them because as you can see, they are pretty much the same. So let's start with the head. Like always, you can see the head can move easily, can move anywhere, right? You can look up pretty much because it's basically a joint here. Yeah, but there's a very weird gap. You must really be very careful when you're taking pictures, otherwise it will look like he has a broken neck. So you can look down pretty much. Yep, it's a separate necks altogether. Very good articulation. And the best thing of this figure is there are a lot of soft plastic or rubber all around it that makes it very nice to move around because it just feels that it just feels nice to have all this rubbery. And these two pieces here are a separate piece. Okay, you can see you can remove it, so it will not hinder any of the articulations, but of course you can't remove it entirely. Okay, so you can move pretty much anywhere you want. You can go more than slightly more than 90 degrees. His arm does pop off. There's a butterfly joints that you can see right over here. Okay, moves very well, very nice. And then of course there's a bicep swivels right over here, and he does have a double joint elbow. Okay, and of course his hands is movable because he has lots of interchangeable hands. And let's take a look at his torso. Like any action figures, he have two over here, so he can bend forward quite a lot. Okay, this is how much he can bend, and then bending backward is even better. Okay, yep, so this guy can really articulate without any problem at all. And this one is another soft piece of plastic. Any pull down mechanism? Nope. Okay, but don't worry, these two pieces are also soft rubber that you can see here. Yep, so it won't hinder any articulations. It will actually kicks forward slightly less than 90 degrees because it does get pushed down a little bit because it's a soft rubber after all. Yep, but he can still move without any problem kicking back. Yep, no problem as well. Do a split, wow, it's even better. Okay, yep, and there's a double joint knee. Okay, very nice there. And his legs does have a movement. You can move anywhere you want. and there's a toe hinge as well. Okay, so these guys here are very well articulated because they are actually fighting characters, so you don't want to have any hindering for them to do some very dynamic poses like upper kick kind of things. It looks pretty good there. Yep. Okay, so as for the accessory, you can see that these two guys comes with quite a number of things. I'll go through the hands first like always. He does comes with a pair of closed fist hand that is already on the figure itself. Yep, and then he does comes with hands like some sort of like a relaxed hand or a fighting pose hands. Yep, and another best thing about these figures are these hands are really soft, as you can see. Yep, so you don't have to worry about popping into the hands because these are soft rubber, which means that basically you just, you know, pop it right in. You don't have to use any force at all because they are quite soft. So another pair of hands is like a grabbing hands or another fighting pose hands. Yep. Yeah, this looks pretty good, and again, they are soft. Okay, then another set of hands which is like karate chops hands, and these hands are soft as well. Okay, and they also comes with a right hand, a single right hand for holding on to the accessory that they comes with, which I will show you guys how to use it later. Okay, so both of them actually comes with the same number of hands, which is why I'm just showing a set here. Okay, and they are basically the same hands because even the part over here is exactly the same. Okay, so the next one I'd like to go through is their mask. So as you can see right over here, I actually put a different mask, okay, all together because they just comes with an interchangeable mask, okay, for the face. And why is that, you may ask? Okay, the reason is because these two masks are from different Mortal Kombat. So this mask is for the Mortal Kombat 1, while this mask is for Mortal Kombat 2. Okay, which is why I said earlier that these two figures are from Mortal Kombat 1 and 2. So let's go through the accessory for Scorpion right over here. Of course, he comes with his iconic flame, you know, when he's doing the fatality, if I'm not wrong. Finish him. So he just comes with his iconic weapons as well. Yeah, this is very cool. Okay, and also for this one is when he's shooting out and he scream, "Get over here!" Yeah. Come here! You can see some blood effects right over here. Very nice. Even this one have the blood effects as well. Okay, very nice. Okay, and then he just comes with his iconic skeleton. You can actually put this on his head, which I will show you guys later. So it can be moved on the jaw. Yeah, very cool one. Okay, it's very seldom that you see they give such a detailed skeleton's head for the accessory. So let's go through the Sub-Zero. Sub-Zero comes with a few lesser things. He does have his ice effect for the hands. Yeah, what is Sub-Zero without some ice effects, right? Okay, then he also have these effects for his foot. Yeah, this is I would say it's a rather useless one. Okay, and then I think they spend most of their money on this one. This is a very cool, something like the Predator kind of accessory, because Predator likes to pull the skull right out of the body. Yep, so it's really like it, and you can see the details are pretty good. And of course there's a joint here, you can move around, but the jaw cannot be open like the previous one from Scorpion. Okay, and of course if you just want the head, I believe you can still just use the head like a trophy. Okay, but of course the whole things together is a lot cooler. And as I mentioned earlier, these two guys are one of the very first release from Storm Collectibles, if I'm not wrong. And you can see from their manual. Okay, so their instruction manual are basically like, you know, colorless, like a photocopy kind of things. Yeah, I think they are just started out, they're not sure how to do a proper one, but it's a very good manual because it actually shows you what you need to do and what you have. It's a very simple yet effective kind of instructions. And as you can see for the Scorpion, yep, it's a very nice one. And you can see they even tell you this mask is for Mortal Kombat 1 and this mask is for Mortal Kombat 2. Okay, very detailed yet very simple instructions. And later on, when they started up with their Street Fighter 5 characters, you can see that their manual are actually upgraded into a more nicer one with colors this time. Yes, it's very nice after that. Okay, so you can see again, it's a very detailed instructions, and they do comes with a stand as opposed to these two which doesn't have a stand yet during the time. So they do have a stand after this for the Street Fighter series. So for the next scenes, I'm going to show you how to put on some of the accessory that it comes with for this Scorpion as well as Sub-Zero. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to try on to change the mask, but before I do that, do bear yourself for the horror. Yeah. Wow, I got the fright of my life when I first removed it as well. It kind of shocked me, you know. So scary, I better put it back on. Yep, so it's as simple as this, and you can see now we have a Scorpion from Mortal Kombat 1. Very simple yet effective. And next I'm going to show you how to interchange the hands. Like I mentioned earlier, it's very simple. Just, you know, pull out the hands. Okay, yep, and then you can just pop it right in without any force because these are soft, like I said. Yeah, so you don't have to worry that your joint might get stuck inside. When you pull out, it will break. It doesn't, because it's very soft, so it doesn't really, you know, hold on tight into the joints. Okay, so it's as simple as that, and then you can let him hold on to his iconic weapons. Yeah, just like this. Very simple. Next, you can also take out his left hands, okay, just to put on these accessories. Okay, I'm going to do the come over here, you know. Yeah, very nice and easy. Okay, for you to do that, very simple. Of course, you won't be using this hand, you'll be using the karate chops hand. Okay, and to interchange the head, just easily pop up the heads, of course. And put the skeleton's head. This is a very nice one. It's my favorite. Wow, just look at that. Okay, and he can easily do the flame, like his fatality move, something like this. Yeah, of course you have to take some time to pose him with the legs, something like this. Very cool. I love it. Okay. Yep. And next, for Sub-Zero, you have to use this hand for the ice effect. Yep. So I just change it to the ice effect right over here. Okay, and then you just put on the effects. Yep, something like this. Okay. Very nice effect for the Sub-Zero. And for the legs part, it's just a matter of, you know, aligning it, something like this. That's why I say this is rather simple, not very nice to me. I just like this one, and I was hoping they could give a lot, like the ice swords that he can do. Yeah, but they didn't give enough. But this is a very nice one. Yeah, I kind of like this. Okay. Okay, so for the size comparison, like I mentioned earlier, these guys are huge. Okay, so I'm going to do some measurement right now. So he stands around 16.5 centimeters, which makes him around 6.5 inches tall. Okay, yep. And for the comparisons wise, I will start with the Street Fighter. This is Ryu from Street Fighter 5, as well as M. Bison, which is by far my favorite. And right up next, I have the Akuma, which is also from Street Fighter 5. Wow, this guy is tall. Okay, much taller than them. Yep, and then I have Zangief, which is another big guy there. Wow. Still on the Street Fighter line, but this time I'm going to compare with some SH figures. I have Cammy right over here, which is very tiny as compared to them. Okay, and also Vega. Okay, this is also my favorite. And I feel this Vega can scale pretty well with them. As you can see, they are almost of the same height. And right up next, let's compare with some Mayvex. I have the recent Hush Superman right over here, as well as the Henry Cavill Justice League Superman. And right up next, I'm going to compare with some Mezco. I have the Thor from Thor Ragnarok, okay, which I think scale pretty well with them as well. And also the Hellboy. Surprisingly, the Hellboy is kind of short. And next, I'm going to compare with some Marvel Legends. I have the Deadpool right over here, as well as Venom. Okay, Venom is of course a lot taller than them. And next, I'd like to compare with the ZT Toys Iron Man Mark III. Yep, of course this will be taller than them because this is of 1/9 scale. And I'll be comparing with NECA Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle from the movie. Okay, so my final verdict for these two, Scorpion as well as Sub-Zero, is I'm going to give it a 9.5 out of 10. So let's go through what I like most about this figure. Is the first thing, of course, the overall look of them. I think they nailed it pretty well for the characters from a video game. And then the secondly is the choice of material that they use, like the soft rubbers all over the clothing, and as well as the interchangeable hands, all are very nicely made so that we won't have any problem to interchange them at all. And of course, the next one is the good articulations that these guys can pose without any hindering of any sort of things. These are very good, especially for fighting characters. And lastly, of course, is the accessory that it comes with. I think that they comes with pretty good accessory, except for Sub-Zero, which I think he's kind of lacking in terms of the eyes effects. As for the thing that I don't really like is they use the exact same body, everything's the same except for the colors. Yeah, it seems a little bit lazy. So in the end, I do recommend you to get these Storm Collectibles from Mortal Kombat because I think they really did a good job. So I do hope you like this simple review for these two guys here. Do give me a thumbs up if you like it, and of course always feel free to leave me any comments or any questions or suggestions that you have down in the comment section below. And if you like what you're watching so far, do hit the subscribe button as well as the bell button so that you'll be notified whenever I have any new video coming up. And while you're still around, do check out my playlist at the top right corner, and also do browse around my channel. I have over 550 videos by now, and I'm pretty sure there will be something that will catch your attention. And I'll see you again in my next video. As always, take care and thank you for watching. Bye.